A few of you have been asking for a little tour of my office, so here we go. Welcome back to my channel. If you don't already know me, I am Katie and I am a mum of 3. Today I thought I would share my office space with you. A few of you have seen little snippets on Instagram stories. If you're not already following me on Instagram, that is my handle there. And I've just sort of shown you here and there like my new desk and me opening up my frame and everything, and a few of you said, oh, we want to have a proper look around. It's different to how it was a few months ago. So if I remind you of how it looked before, and I'll pop a little link to the video there, so if you want to have a full look at the extent of how it really used to look, because my goodness, this was like the pinnacle of all of the mess. The room that I was most ashamed of, and now it is one of my favourite rooms. So before it was a junk room, then it was guest room with an old desk that was just really small, and if I'm honest, I just didn't really use it because it wasn't inviting. It wasn't a space that I'd made. It was just an old dressing table that I just sort of shoved all of my work things on. So I didn't use the space and it was just a waste of space. But then I was gifted the most amazing desk from Noah and Nanny. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, actually. And it's just changed the way that I work and changed the whole look of the room. So let me show you around. So the bed area is exactly the same as before, nothing has changed, but now we have got the tumble dryer at the foot of the bed. If you remember before, the desk was here and the tumble dryer was in the corner of the room, but we've moved it to make room for my beautiful new desk. This is the Vermont oak computer desk, so it is a computer table as well as a desk, and it is just the most beautiful piece of furniture I think I've ever owned. It comes in parts, so it comes the top table and then the legs you have to assemble yourself, and what I really love about it is the fact that the legs are like in the desk, so it's a feature, and so it just rounds off the corners, and you can see here it's not square, if you see what I mean. It's sort of rounded on the ends there, and then underneath, if I take you, it's got a really handy, so this is what makes it a computer table, it's got like a lead holder, I guess, so they're not all just draping down the back, they all tuck in nicely there, and they feed down these. There's one on this side which actually I don't use. I've just got my channel mum mug there, and the other one I do use. It feeds down that end. I'll show you in a second. So if I bring you back under, the only thing about this desk is it's got 2 drawers at the front, which I'll show you in a minute, but it's an open desk underneath. So I did go and buy a little drawer thing here. This is from the range, and it's just got a few of my like props and things that I use for photos. So it's just got like, I don't know, it's not particularly interesting. So I've got manuals in there for different products and just, yeah, props for photos. So that's all I really needed. But otherwise the drawers at the front are absolutely fine. So if I show you around my desk, I've got my pencil pot, my Instax camera, which the film is extortionate, so I don't actually ever buy it. One of my favourite mugs. Do you love that? This I got in the range. I do love the range. I've never used it for any of my movies. It just has now just taken up home on my desk. My happiness jar, which I will link to the post that tells you all about this. I love my happiness jar. And I've got my pegboard thing. I was a runner-up in an awards there. My books. Here is the other lead feeder sort of thing, so that just comes out of there and then it just goes under the desk and neatly along the back to the plug socket. But yeah, here's all my books. So I've got like, this is a really good book actually for teaching me how to use my camera in manual mode. And big shout out to my friend Abby, who's written her own book, so that one is there. And then I've got my in tray with all just different things I have to do for work. And this is where I sit. This is my lovely chair, which again, this was from the range. And I adore it. It's just got a really lovely print to it. It's just like stars, I guess, isn't it? It's like little, like snowflakey stars, I guess. So then underneath there, that is more props in there, and of course baskets, always handy as props themselves. So then, yeah, you've got 2 drawers at the front here. One I used for all my pens, and it did come with this little insert tray here actually, which, oh god, I need to give it a bit of a declutter really. So all my pens fit nicely in there, and then this one's just got all my electrical bits and bobs like selfie stick, camera caps, just loads of electricals and handy things that I might need. But yeah, just 2 little drawers, but you know, you don't need more than that really. But yeah, just look, it's so pretty. So bringing you up, we've got my beautiful frame with all, I mean, they're not all my favourite photos. I sort of panic printed out loads, but there are some that are just my favourites. Some from this summer, some old ones. Will's was just a teeny tiny baby in this one there. You know, some just I printed out just 'cause I didn't know what to do. I was like, oh, which photos? It's really difficult. But it's just really lovely to look up when I'm working and just see all of my, you know, all my little family. So the only other area of the room is behind the desk, and it's just this little table here and this like games chair, and that's it really. That's the room, which everything's exactly the same except for the tumble dryer and the desk have swapped over, and we have a new desk and my photo frame, and I love it. I'm in here all the time. I work here every evening, and it's just a really lovely space. And you know, when you create a dedicated space, it just means you're a little bit more organised. So if you work from home and you're like how I was, which was just sitting on the sofa with my laptop doing it on my sofa, you're not the most productive because you're getting sidetracked by the TV or I don't know, just the happenings around you. Whereas I come in here and I focus and I get work done, which is what you're meant to do when you work at home. But yeah, so that is my new office space. I love the desk. And there's, I mean, if this was a bigger space and a more like, if this was a proper office, they've got matching sideboards and all lovely matching furniture, but it's just solid oak and it's beautiful. Yeah, have a look on the Noah and Nanny website because there's some beautiful children's beds on there, like little side tables and things, really beautiful furniture. So definitely recommend the furniture, and it's just really beautiful quality as well. So that is my office space. Let me know if you'd like to see any other room tours. I think I did William's room way back when I first ever, you know, before he was even born. But I've never, besides decluttering the room and going, oh look, it's nice and tidy now, I've never gone back and shown like the room. So if that's something you'd like to see, then let me know and I can film those. And of course there is my full house tour, which is like a brief overview of the whole house, so I'll link that for you to watch as well. Please do subscribe as well. It makes my day when my email gets a little notification to say someone's subscribed, and I will be back next week with another upload. Bye.